DD, you're 2 days early for the premiere of the trailer. So your calendar is wrong. On the 27th, it was said that it would be 10 days. So you're 2 days right. You're about a day and a bit out. So I noticed your post on at 7 o'clock. Sorry, 7 o'clock, 7 minutes ago. Because I flashed it up and had a look and thought, well, I'll have a look and see what you're doing. But I have been busily editing a whole movie, believe it or not, DD, not just a trailer. So, yeah. Not that it concerns you because we do what we want to do, not because you need to know when something's happening. You're not my boss, and certainly wouldn't be my boss. Oh, Terry, I rang the uni up. They're quite interested in your little escapades online, so I'm sure you'll hear about it sooner or later. They were quite interested, actually, the shit that you got to say. And so are the police. So you dug a hole for yourself. And Rebecca, you're the same too. So, yeah. So you wanted to go down that path where you brought in my parents and my children and stuff like that and talked about my mental health with my cutting myself. That was really good, Terry. Nice work. Fucking clown. Yeah, so it saves me a trip to Adelaide, but I'm still coming to see you anyhow, bro. So who knows when I'll show up. I'm going to Adelaide about 6 times in the next 3 weeks. So should be fun. Should be fun for you, Terry, anyhow. So yeah, we'll release it when we're ready. Might be a week, might be a couple of days, might be tomorrow, might be in 3 hours, might be in 2 minutes. Again, DD, we don't have to cater for your obsession of looking for stuff. Because I found one of your moles in my Instagram and they're no more. So, yeah. And you can't see my Twitter. So, again, and I'm thinking about putting it on another platform. So you'll need to find it. So that'll be interesting. That'll take about, I don't know, seeing you so computer literate, probably a couple of months maybe. It's only going to people that I know, so and then they can spread it to wherever they want, but certainly won't be going in your inbox. What else we got to talk about? We might as well talk about a fair bit of shit. Thanks for the views on YouTube. Doing pretty well out of it. I'm doing pretty well out of Twitch as well too. So if you've got a couple of people coming in there having a look, we're just gaming. Not much happening in Twitch, but gaming and talking. Might have been doing some editing on a movie today on Twitch for about, I don't know, what time did I start? About 4.5 hours or something it lasted. So you might want to catch that video, play it as much as you like. The more views, the better for me. I don't want to make this all about you, DD, because you seem to suck the life out of everyone. So, beautiful day, Maitland. We've got the lawns done, chilling out. Tucking out the dog because threw the ball to the dog. So, yeah, no, I'm just having a relaxing afternoon. Might even have a afternoon nap. Seeing I was up so early this morning. Again, we're not going to pamper to anyone's needs when it comes to releasing stuff. We do it when we're ready. Palin 1 has a lot of work to do because lots of people left and we have to change things because all, even though they said they'll be on Messenger and basically sign their name there. So, but I'm helping them out. So, but you look at the comments on Today Tonight page about the acting. I was an actor too, but my face was pretty much covered either with face paint in Palin 1 or a mask. So, but I enjoyed working with the people there, the actors there. So, I'm not having a go at them. They said they wanted to do it. If they didn't think it was, if they didn't think they did a good job, we could always stopped and done another take. So, and then people said about the script, well, you read it as you want. It was just an outline of what you should say, so you can get the message across. Doesn't have to be what you need to say in front of the camera. So, again, we're running with no script in 2 movies that we're doing because the content itself or the acting itself gets it over the line. So typically the content. So yeah. And yeah, Melanie rocked up on one of my so-called social media platforms last night. It was good to speak to Melly. She wants to be part of one of the movies, and I said, "You're not welcome." Simple as that. Nope. No way would I even have her on. Well, I would have her on set just to see who she is and belittle her and say, "See ya," or tell her, "Oh, we're filming at Port Wakefield today at 1 o'clock, and don't show up." So that's the kind of narcissist I am, I guess. So I get told I'm a narcissist. But she did call me a lot of other names. So, and the police were quite interested in the names I've been called. So the rock spider was a good one because technically I got my nose clean on that. So they said take that to a lawyer and go defamation of character. So I think that was Jessica's sister that said that. So, I've got many things that I could probably go for, but who's got the time to do that? Oh, fuck, I've got the time, haven't I? About to do some 2K on here. So you can view it if you want. I don't get much gaming views on YouTube, but lots of views on this rubbish, which is classic. So, but DD, you're like 2 days early, so I don't know what you were thinking. Might have said the 28th or the 27th, but I never said what time or how or where it was going to be. Never said it would be on YouTube. Well, actually, I did say it was going to be on YouTube, but I might change it. We have a secret YouTube too, so it might even be up now. Who knows? Yeah, so again, you're wasting everyone's time. You're wasting my time looking at your page, and I can't show you what I look at because technically that. And I said, oh yeah, well, I've got a new Facebook, Nelly, so, but I don't use it. I hardly use it. I need to go and see DD's page and speak to my kids. So, yeah. I don't know, DD, you tell me. Is it getting boring, by the way? Because the police were quite interested that you gave out my address on the internet too, which is another thing that I can probably seek a lawyer for. They said the world's your oyster, Matt. I went, with her, it's more than an oyster, I can tell you now. And again, I think it's a her. She says it's a her. It could be him. Could be Clint. Could be anyone. Although the information you did actually say that you have never been on set, so you just know me. Maybe from Dungeons and Dragons, definitely not from basketball because I would have known who you are that way. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. And we're pretty happy to film on York Peninsula. We've got everything we need here. There's water, there's desert, there's towns, there's town halls that we can maybe premiere the movie in. Oh God. There's 2 or 3 cinemas on the York Peninsula that we can premiere the movie in, where colour was basically nearly 50 to 70% made. Where Wolves has been nearly all made, except for about 25 minutes of it. Oh, my dog's having a puppy dream. You right, Loki? You right? He's all right. He'd love to meet you, Terry. So if you want to take a drive, it would save me the trip to go to Adelaide, but I've already made a phone call to the uni. So there you go. Shouldn't sprout off when you know you've got your Facebook. Your Facebook says where you work. It's a bad mistake, too. Bad mistake. You'll be in trouble. So, I don't know what else to say. Oh, how many tweets have I got on Twitter? Let's have a look. That's what's fun about it. You know, they might not be all my tweets, DD, but they certainly, definitely being retweeted. How's Donald Trump going? He's not going too well at the moment. I think he might get beaten. You never know. You never know your luck in a good city. No, right. Oh, 19,000, 19.5 thousand tweets. Almost at 20 grand. 20 grand, dirty. Well, let's do a couple more over here. I'll do that. I'll do that. And you know, I have porn stars on my Instagram. I bet you most guys have porn stars on their Instagram. Not that I actually pay much attention to them, and strippers, Australian strippers. But yeah, I do. So, I'm a grown adult, I can have whatever I want. There's a Fortnite tournament on Saturday, 7 o'clock. Well, that's Saturday, 7 o'clock, Saturday, Sunday afternoon for us in Australia. But yeah. So there you go, DD. I'll repeat again. You're a bit early, maybe a day early, maybe 2 months early, maybe 3 months early, maybe a year early. But that's the other thing. Wolves was, he said that we've been working on that. It was meant to be out a year ago. We started work on it in January. Not even a year yet. And we've got about 4 scenes to go, 3 scenes to go. And we just take our time. There's no hurry on that one. There's no hurry on any of the movies. Pelham 1 is going to be the problem because it's going to be, the editing on it is already far difficult than any of the other ones. And probably the thriller and horror is going to be the easiest one. So again, you know, we basically will have it ready when we want it to have it ready. Do you know what I mean? Do you get it? I don't do. You know, you say, oh, he's this and that, and you know, but you see me not sitting on my ass apart from now. Yeah, I'll sit on my ass and on the computer during some of the day, but I've been editing today nearly like 6 hours. Tonight I'll sit on the computer and watch some streamers and play some Fortnite and just chill out. Maybe stream about 4 o'clock. You know? But there's a Discord too, DD. Maybe you should try to find it. We'd love to see you there. I'm sure people would love to see you there. So, but yeah, so it's not like I don't like you, DD. You're just a pain in the fucking ass, to be honest. You know, I didn't say I didn't like you. Actually, I did. I said I hated you. But hates it a bad word. You know, I don't like you. Hates. You know, it's not I don't hate you. I just don't like you. You have caused me a fair bit of shit, but we still film. That's one thing you've never stopped. You know, never. You know, had a protest. Maybe you should do a protest. You know, because I'm into protests. So you know. The one thing what did happen is that people turned up when they shouldn't have that time at Port Adelaide. And I'm like, I haven't got time for this shit. Talk to me later about it. Message me. You know? And then I worked out why Clint didn't turn up that day because technically everyone was basically blackballing me then. So, and the ones that did turn up, they all went to the pub for lunch and didn't stay for our lunch that Paddy did and I paid for. So, but I'm not saying that maybe they just wanted to have a pub lunch. Who knows? I don't know. But they did their job and that was it. You know, and I do miss. There's several people that I do miss in the old crew. The people that I have actually fucking, you know, cared about and actually respected. So, and then a lot of people said, I wish they didn't do what they did with Today Tonight. And when it was done, it didn't matter. Who cares? And the day they turned up, that was completely on their terms how they did the story. So technically, it's like they were expecting me to run away. And I'm like, why would I run away? Nothing to run away for. And you're turning up on a public land where we were filming and I got permission to film there. So technically, you know, why was I going to run away? I think they were expecting, the way she ran up to me, expected me to run away. I was never going to run away. That's why I couldn't understand it. You know, that's why that's why I couldn't get it. She ran up to me, the cameraman ran up to me, he's like, you know. I must say, Kavina was pretty quiet that day. It's probably the quietest station she had on set. Well, she did do some scenes and that, but she spent a lot of time on her phone. And then she was on the phone, she was ringing people, or speaking, saying they're here, like as if I didn't notice that. It's right in front of me, she did. And then about a week later, or not even that, she said, I don't want to use our image. Well, Kavina, I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to. You know, I'm not using praise, but I'm going to use yours. So there you go. DD, you can tell her. I don't care. If she wants to sue me, she can sue me. She can have 2 cents she can have 2 cents or 5 cents a week. Wants to do that. Might make her famous, you never know. And technically she shouldn't be working anyhow because she hurt her shoulder at work. And then she asked me to write a note to her lawyer to say what she was doing. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. It's not you didn't on my set. So she asked me and I completely just blew it off. I said, yeah, sure, but I never did it. Because we're not responsible for what you do outside of car stuff. So, you know, if you drove there, did your stuff, then drove home, and whatever happened between leaving the set and driving home, that's not my responsibility. It's your own time. So coming up to Christmas as well, we will be having a break over Christmas. I'll continue doing stuff, probably editing now. I've got the hang of it. Taking a little while. I'm not the best editor in the world. There's stuff that I'm not happy with. Where I'll go back and try to reconfigure it. But I'm pretty happy with what I'm coming out with so far. Since 4 this morning until I think I finished about 12:30. But yeah, it's the way it is. But be sure, you know, go and check it out if you want. It's on Twitch. Agent Rodman is actually I'll put it in the chat. I won't go and look it up on Twitch. And you might see on Twitch, you might see several bits of footage and stuff like that. But yeah, right there, local. I don't think I've got much else to say, technically. So you are early, DD. A couple of days early, maybe a month or 2 early, or 2 months early. I like causing a bit of, like, once you think that it might be coming out tomorrow. But the editor, I'm not editing Callan. The editor has had some troubles with the computer, so again, she's doing her best to make it work. And I am missing some footage from Callan too, which I can't find somewhere either in here, or it's been marked on, or it's in on a hard drive or a USB. So it's not important, I guess. It's like the end of the movie. It's not important. And that's not the stuff that Clint lost, which I still don't think he lost anything about it. Because it was some of his best work, so why would you delete it? So, but I'm thinking of using some of Palin 2's footage, because we've got so much footage for Palin 2, we could probably make Palin 1 and Palin 3 out of Palin 2 footage. So, and the storyline it's not changing that much. And we only got, with Palin 3, we're like 2 scenes in or something. We haven't even done, I haven't even finished technically what's going to happen. So that's my siren to go and play. So I'll stop in this and we're going to hook up with this. But yeah, it was good to speak to Melly. She hasn't changed much. She's maybe a little bit smelly still. But she certainly wasn't, I wasn't really rude to her. I just said, no, it's all right. And she said, aren't you from Today Time? I'm like, Melly, I know who you are because I've seen your bloody, Actually, it was funny because I only put the thing up. I think it was about 4:30 yesterday, maybe earlier than that. And I got a reply from her, and it was about 6:30, I think. So it didn't take long for it to get viral. And then I had a couple of guys ask me. One guy asked me if there's any nude scenes. I'm like, no. Why would you want to know that? And I did say to him we're doing something else, but probably it won't be that age way yet before we even think about working on it. It's still in the pipeline. Big time. Long time away. And we might be all dead by the time that comes out. Who knows? All right, I'll let you go, because I know you're busy at work and that. It must be lunch break when you posted that. It was a good half an hour ago now. So you got your message. Make sure you put the link in your chat. Or not in your chat, on your page. You just help me out with a bit of views, as you do. I think one's got 65 views, another one's 73, and the other one I put up the other day, which I stopped because someone turned up here, so that's why I stopped it. But it wasn't much more to go on. That was just telling Terry that he's maybe in a little trouble. Poor Terry. Poor Terry and his job. I wonder if we can keep it. I wonder how long you've been there, Terry. Because they were really interested about it. So whatever you do at when you're not at work, I guess it's your problem. But they were certainly interested that you had a profile on a page that belittles people and shames people. And You know, don't get me wrong, DD. I do laugh at some of your stuff, but I do think some of the stuff is like 4-year-old stuff or 12-year-old stuff. You know? And the memes are funny. I do agree. The PlayStation one, the placeable one was pretty poor pace, but you know, I did have a good lot. BJ and the bear one was a bit stupid because you know, what does BJ mean? Oh, we all know what it means. It means big jack, doesn't it? But at least you did cover up my son's face. That's I thank you for that. It was a very smart move. But then you said you were going to go and speak to my ex-wife, which probably would have been the worst mistake you could have. But again, if you want to go down that path, that's fine. It doesn't worry me because she won't say anything to me. I don't know. Maybe ask Kelly how she went when she spoke to my daughter that day. And I don't mean Kelly from the movie. Kelly, the photographer. Well, she was part of doing that, but it was really, really silly to me actually. She's my daughter about it. So, quite impressed with 20-year-old that takes things way too seriously. So it's technically wasn't a smart move by that. Anyhow, we're running over time. It's 26 minutes of my time gone. And it'll be 26 minutes of your time when you watch it. So we just wasted probably a half an hour of our own time. All right, bye, have fun, and have a great weekend. And maybe we're filming this weekend, who knows? Maybe we're not. Maybe we're taking a break for a couple of weeks. Maybe we just film during the week, who knows? Again, you don't know because you don't have anyone on the inside anymore, and I don't share much anymore until it's after the fact. So, all right, ciao, ciao. See ya.